Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
All right, another special Whiskey Wednesday. Another bottle that we brought back from our Tokyo trip. It's Wild Turkey 12, and I am pumped to check this out. From what I can gather, this is basically Wild Turkey 101, but it's aged 12 years instead of the standard. I think Wild Turkey 101 it's a blend of 6 to 8 year whiskeys. This box is beautiful, by the way. And when I went to Japan, there was a lot of people who, should we leave this here? There's a lot of people who are like, you need to find Wild Turkey 12. So thankfully, this is pretty available out there. We went, I don't know, we probably went into like 5 or 6 spots hunting for bottles, and this was in 3 of the 6. So 50% of the spots we went into, it was there. Look at that quick math. And we paid, oh man, 53 US dollars. It's like 7,700 yen or something like that. So I think fairly affordable. If you try and buy this here online, people charge like 150 bucks, which is a bummer. So looks just like the Wild Turkey 101 bottle. It's got a different label, but yeah, 101 proof, aged 12 years. So I'm excited to try this. Wild Turkey 101, one of my favorite just kind of everyday pours. I think bottles here are like 22 bucks. It's fantastic, like kind of higher proof whiskey that I got into like as a beginner, and I love it. It's got like this super cool cinnamony apple pie thing, so I'm just really looking forward to this. Oh, the first pop is always the best one. So, oh my gosh, I can smell that already. So yeah, the Tokyo trip was amazing. Hunting whiskey was fun. I've never actually done that before. Like, you know, just getting into whiskey the last 2 years, I've never gone on vacation anywhere and like hunted anything. It was super fun doing that. Oh, again with this one. I don't know if you guys can see this, but a bunch of cool kanji on the back of that bottle. Oh, that's gonna mess up the focus of this. Whatever. So, I'm a big Wild Turkey fan. Love Wild Turkey 101. Rare Breed is one of my favorite pours ever. I'm a big Russell's Reserve 10 fan. Everything Wild Turkey does, I just love. So let's smell this guy. It smells good. It doesn't smell as harsh as Wild Turkey 101 does to me. Wild Turkey 101 has this big kind of like cinnamon bite to it. This doesn't. The cinnamon's definitely there. But again, this one's like apple pie, and it's got this cool like toffee caramel thing. It smells awesome. I think I had mentioned in another video, I've realized over the last couple of years, I don't like super high aged whiskeys. I've recently had Weller 12 with my brother-in-law. I don't know if that's because that bottle, it's like 90 proof, aged 12 years. I just feel like it was super oaky. This has an oakiness to it, but it's not like crazy over the top woody. There's some cool vanilla in there too. Cheers. That's delicious. Immediately I knew like I was probably gonna love this, and I was probably gonna wish I bought more bottles of this. Just because, dude, I can't. I'm not gonna spend $150 on another one of these once this is gone, and I feel like this is gonna go fairly quickly. There is that awesome cinnamon that you're smelling is there on the palate for sure. It tastes to me kind of like baked apple pie. Apple skin, cinnamon. There is a good drying, like amount of drying on the middle of your palate after you swallow that. And the oak is definitely there with some vanilla, a little bit of char, but I don't think it's overwhelming. Maybe because this is over 100 proof, it kind of, the little bit of like sweetness that's there, it kind of cuts down that barrel, or maybe the barrel's cutting down the sweetness. Same thing, right? Either way. But man, this is just such like an easy sipper for the proof. And not that it's like super high proof, but anything over 100 proof, it can go either way. Like I've got some bottles that are like 103, 104 proof, and I'm like, wow, that drink's hot to me. This doesn't. This is just like awesome baking spices, apple pie, that nice oak on the finish with a little bit of vanilla, and just like a nice warming like cinnamon. That's really good. I wanted to, we're gonna do it. Just because I figured I should. Here's our regular Wild Turkey 101. We're gonna need another one of these bottles here pretty soon too. You can see same kind of bottle. This one just has such a like a bigger nose. I wonder if it's because this has, you know, it's been open for a while and plenty of air has gotten into it. Definite spice, but just not as like intense, not as, which is, it seems strange, but it just doesn't smell as intense as this one. It's like a muted version of this. Yeah, this just has tons and tons of bright like apple and apple skin. This is more just like cinnamony kind of vanilla. It's pretty crazy. This one's much more caramely. Caramel toffee. Cinnamon for sure. This one is sweeter. There's just like that cool apple, whatever fruit note. Same amount of dryness though. Same thing with these. I feel like that kind of charred oak, like dry. This one might feel a little bit more oaky actually. That's delicious. But yeah, this just has a much like brighter sweetness, brighter fruit characteristic. And I think a little bit more vanilla. Either way, I mean, you can't go wrong with either one of these. This is fantastic. There's not even like a little bit of like leather or something. So good. So, if you ever visit Tokyo, make it a point to grab one of these bottles. They are available. They're not hard to find. Would I pay $150 for one of these online here? No, I don't think really any whiskey's worth 150 bucks unless I'm buying, like if I'm getting in the lottery for like a BTAC bottle or something. But I could see myself after I finish this with the FOMO and wanting it again, like sitting there one night after a couple pours going, do I do it? Do I do it? Do I do it? But if you've never had Wild Turkey 101, get familiar with this. This is a fantastic substitute for this one. I mean, obviously it's different, but I mean, something like this for 22 bucks, can't go wrong. But yeah, the Wild Turkey 12 is fantastic. I love it. So that's it. I'm out of here. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.